Well, hello there now, it's only me, Leonard Wells, broadcasting from Studio B, here in the Giggle Mill in Haslingden, near Manchester in the UK. The Giggle Mill is of course state of the art, and IMAX and 3D eat your heart out. They've got nothing on this studio, I can tell you. So keep your eyes open for all the special effects and the 3D sound. Well, we actually have 4D sound, really. In our little tale today, we have three tales from far, far away in Russia. So brush up your Russian before you listen to these stories, because they take a bit of understanding, you see, being in Russian. In the tale today, we have three little tales, and each one is a gem and has a lesson in it. Oh, that must be 5 o'clock. It's these oats, you know, that they keep as regular as a clock. Well, in the first little tale, an old lady goes into a department store in Moscow, and she looks around and she finds the department which sells goods for the house and for the home and the kitchen and things like that, you see. And the woman behind the counter is very tall, rather buxom, and the old lady says to her, "I want to buy the broom, please." So the woman says, "Certainly, madam, please follow me. We have a lot of brooms on display over here." So one after the other, the girl behind the counter brings these brooms out and demonstrates how you brush the carpet with them, you see, and each time the lady shook her head, "No, thank you, no, not good enough." By the time they got to the 49th broom, the old lady says, "Well, if that is all you have to show me, that will have to do. I'll take that one." So the big buxom woman behind the counter looks at her and she says, "Well, madam, thank you so much for your custom. Shall I wrap it, or are you going to fly home on it?" Thank you. Thank you. In the second joke, or story, whichever way around you prefer it, a Corporal can't even say it now, Corporal Dragovich in the Russian Secret Service, attached to Tomsk, was walking down the high street in Moscow, where he would have been sent to receive a medal, and coming the other way is General Popolongovich, whatever his name is, and he sees this corporal and he looks down and he sees that he's got one brown shoe and one black shoe. So he stops him and he gives him a good telling off, a real good telling off. And he says, "You will now go home, Corporal, and you will change your shoes. You have another pair, I assume." So the corporal looks at the general and he says, "Well, yes, I have, sir, but the pair I have at home, they are the same, one black, one brown." Thank you. And in the final story, two Jewish friends meet in Tomsk, which is somewhere near Minsk, you know, one of those places ending in a K. And one says to the other, he says, "That's a fabulous overcoat you're wearing. Where did you get it?" Thinking it was probably Moscow, you see. So his friend says, "Well, I ordered it by mail from Paris." He says, "Paris? Where is this Paris? I never hear of this Paris." He said, "Well, Paris is a long, long way away in a country called France." He says, "I never heard of this France." He says, "What did they do there?" He says, "Well," he said, "in very expensive shops, they make these overcoats." So his friend looks at the overcoat again and feels the cloth and looks it up and down, and he says, "You know, it is wonderful, this world. Who would think that so far away, in the back of beyond, they're now making overcoats? It is amazing." Thank you and good night, folks.